Hello everyone, and in this video I want to give you a walkthrough of our API documentation in the Tricentis support portal. If you're new to Tricentis products, you may not be aware of what API documentation is available. You may not know where you can find the SE documentation or the add-on documentation. If this sounds familiar, stick around because this video is for you. In this video, I will show you how to manage the documentation of API. So let's get started. Here we are in the Tricentis support portal. To reach the API documentation, click first on the Product tab and select Tricentis Tosca. Then on the right-hand side of the window, select API Reference. Here you can see the tabs TCAPI, TC REST API, TBox API, and TC Add-on API. First, let's take a look at the TC API. Here you can see different Tosca versions, and you can select your Tosca version. I'm using Tosca 14.0, so here I'll select 14.0. Now we're in the TC API documentation. The first tab is the introduction. Here you can find the overview of TC API. The next tab is Getting Started, where you can find information like how to set up the project and also some examples. Below this tab, there are more examples that you can refer to, like create test case, create execution list entry, reinstantiate a template instance folder, and create a virtual folder. Below that, there is the TC API Assembly tab. Here you can find an overview, and in the Namespaces tab, you can find the class and methods that we can use in TC API projects. The same is true for TC API Objects Assemblies. Here you can find the overview and namespaces. Now let's take a look at another API. Just go back from here to the API reference, and here the second tab is TC REST API. Depending on your Tosca and Tosca server version, you will select the correct version. Again, I'll select the Tosca 14.0. In the first tab, REST API, you'll see the overview of REST. In the next tab, you'll see the request endpoints of REST services, which help to perform the Tosca operations. After this, we have representations, object revisions, version information, project ID of workspaces, and caching. You can find more information by going into its details. Let's take a look at the next API. For this, we'll go back again to API references, and this time we'll take a look at the TBox API. Select first the Tosca version, and the first tab is named Welcome to TBox. Here you can find the TBox architecture and architecture of an execution agent. Next, you'll find debugging in TBox, and this explains how to debug step by step. Next is the access settings. This will explain how to access buffers and how to access setting collections. After this, we can see differences between failed results and exceptions. The next tab is Special Execution Tasks, or SETs. Here we can find information about how to embed the SET in an X module. And the next tab is a tutorial where you can find 3 basic SETs: Hello World, Start Program, and Set Buffer. Here you can find step-by-step tutorials with screenshots. In Automation Tools, you can find the code of some standard modules. The next tab is Adapting the Engine layer. Here you can find the documentation of custom controls for text box, label, tree, table, and combo box. Here you can also find step-by-step tutorials with screenshots. The next tab is Migration Introduction. Here you'll find a short overview of migration with a sample project. Other than this, you can also see subscribing to test case events, some frequently asked questions, how to create Visual Studio solutions, and a glossary. Now let's move to the last API. Again, I'll go back to API reference, and now we'll look at TC add-on API. I'll select my version 14.0, and here in Introduction, you can see the overview of add-on. In the second tab, Getting Started, you can find the add-on example with step-by-step screenshots. Next is the TC add-on assembly. Here you can find an overview, and in the Namespaces tab, you can find the class and methods that we can use in a TC add-on project. The same is true for TCAPI objects assemblies. Here you can also find the overview and namespaces. And this brings us to the end of our video. I hope this was useful to help you navigate the API documentation. In the description of the video, you'll find the API's names with the support portal page links. Thank you for watching.